Hello everybody and welcome to Sheboygan A's Baseball at Wildwood Park. My name is Mike Martin and along with Jordan Lorenz we will be bringing you tonight's Wisconsin State League game versus the Greater Green Bay Blue Ribbons. The Blue Ribbons come in 9-18 in the Wisconsin State League. Sheboygan comes in 12-13 looking to get to the 500 mark. Our starting pitchers tonight, Sheboygan will be going with Blake Coons. Green Bay is going to be going with Sam Ott. The lineup for Green Bay, they have James Bornick at third, Matt Perry in right, Trent Van Ness hitting third and center, Eli Frank is in left batting fourth, Ethan Hobetler is at first base hitting fifth, Jeremy LaFoon is the DH, Tucker Cole is catching, Zach Hansen is playing second base and batting eighth, and batting ninth is the shortstop, Griffin Summer. Bornick at bat for Green Bay.
We'll have a very interesting thing to talk about with the A's starting lineup, including their starting pitcher Blake Coons, who's actually in it as a DH. It's a very interesting move from Tim Moyer.
We talked about why he would be as a DH and not just part of the lineup. Bornick goes down on strikes. We also pulled out a couple of the old score sheets from earlier in the season when these teams played. And Blake had his finest start of the season against Green Bay. He went 6 innings, allowed only 2 hits, no runs, walked 3 and struck out 14 batters, and he started the game off with a strikeout. He's been lights out against this Green Bay team.
Earlier in the year when we saw him come in as a reliever, as a save appearance guy, we didn't really expect to see him start, but for the most part, he's been absolutely fantastic.
Ball is a pop-up on the infield, sort of, on the bunt attempt by Perry, and as soon as it hit the ground, you knew he was going to be safe, no play.
It was one of those where it seemed like it was just going to pop up right into the glove of Coons or something like that, but that thing dropped and there's a bunt single.
Right. As soon as it hit the ground, you knew Perry was on. That's going to bring up Trent Van Ness. I was looking at the final score of that game where Blake was so good. We ended up winning at 6-5. We built up a 6-0 lead, and then Green Bay came back and scored 5 runs late, 4 in the 7th, 1 in the 9th.
That was the rain game, if you remember. It started pouring rain, and all of a sudden pitching changed, and boom, 4 runs were given up, a 5th was given up, and eventually, who was it, Reklitis came in? Or Reinflesch? Reinflesch, yeah, he came in and got like a 10 or 12 pitch save.
Yeah, Reinflesch, you're right. Pitched at credit with 1 inning. But
he came in, I'm pretty sure the bases were loaded, and there was only 1 out, and he was able to get out of it.
He just pitched 1 inning. I think he had to come in under duress and win it.
New camera on the live.
That's a non-movable camera for right now.
For now.
Our umpires tonight, we have John Coons behind home plate and Paul Vandenhoevel on the bases. A couple of experienced umpires. In a second, we'll give you our game time weather report. We can do that now.
Do it now.
Game time temperature was 76 degrees. Skies are partly cloudy, and the wind is blowing out to left field. Not real strong, but enough. Enough that you want to keep the ball down. Pop up in foul territory, and it's going to drift out of play.
Kind of funny how it works out that Blake Coons ends up pitching on a night where you got Reinflesch and Reklitis on the poster along with Eric Schmitz. Couldn't line up that way, but oh well.
I think Schmitty, Reinflesch, and Reklitis are all here to, if we ask for their autograph on the poster, they'll give it to us. There's plenty left if you want to still come to the game. It's a bouncy. Third makes the play over to first. On the play, Perry moves to second, but there are 2 outs, and that brings up Eli Frank. Frank had a little bit of success. Well, not against Coons he didn't. He was 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts, but he did end up the game with a hit and intentional walk. Sheboygan's been slumping. They're 4-7 in their last 11 games, and I think it was after that doubleheader win against Menasha.
Kind of a crazy loss last night, 12-5 to Menasha, a team that only had 2 wins in the NEW. The A's in that doubleheader, it was pretty close for the majority of it, and then Monday night, last night, they end up dropping a game, which is surprising.
Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1. There's 2 outs. There was a pass ball on Schnell. During the doubleheader when we had the break and I went down to the concession stand, Blake was down there. Is he a horse?
Yes.
Holy cow. I want him on my side.
So is Jimmy, too. I was down talking to some of the guys before the game, interviewing a few for some stuff coming up. Jimmy is huge.
I watched your pregame interview with Harry.
Yes.
And, there's another big guy.
Yes.
By the way, nice job.
So is Jacoby. He's also another big boy.
You know who else is big, but he's not tall? Is Davis Wilson. He's thick.
I agree.
Pitch.
The good news is the A's have a lot of guys you'd want on your side, that's for sure.
Bench clearing brawl, let's go with Sheboygan. Although there's some big dudes on that Ripper team from Chicago.
The Chicago Rippers had a few, but they were a little short-handed, so the A's had them number-wise at least.
Ball's fouled straight back. Good rip that time by Frank. No score. We're in the top of the 5th inning.
Hopefully it stays that way. Full count here. Coons just needs 1 to get out of it. This has been a battle with Frank.
Pitch is low. And Frank draws a walk. That'll put runners on the corners. Hobetler coming up. See what they do with Frank over at first base. He is the left fielder, so you'd expect him to have pretty good speed.
He had a big lead on that first pitch. He was about halfway to second.
Yeah, he took it. I saw him. He didn't take much of a lead on the pitch, but as soon as it was released,
Yep.
he jumped way out there, right?
I'm going to leave it on this far camera here. We'll see if he does it again. Now, there he goes. Now they're going to pickle to try and get him home. They got to get out at first, but the run did come in.
But they were able to steal the run, literally. So Green Bay comes up with a run. Frank is thrown out stealing. 2-4-3.
Authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Lights on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. You serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Let's go through the batting order for Sheboygan. They have Gus Walker leading off and playing center field. Ross Christ is batting second and playing left. Harry Stelt bats third and plays third. Jacoby Andreas is the Northwoods cleanup hitter tonight. He's out in right field. Batting fifth, Jimmy Jurgensen playing first. Blake Coons, the pitcher, is also the DH in the lineup tonight. Batting seventh, playing second base, is Cooper Gussie. Batting eighth, the catcher, Justin Schnell. And batting ninth, shortstop, Riley Palmquist. Defensively for Green Bay, they have Hobetler at first, Hansen at second, Bornick over at third, Summers at short. Frank, Van Ness, and Perry are the outfield left to right. Cole is the catcher, and Ott is the pitcher.
We talked a lot about Sam Ott in one of those games. I don't remember which one it was. That was the first one, I think. Sam Ott, a tremendous third baseman, ran into a few problems with him, but we have yet to see him pitch for Green Bay, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes as he left the first two way inside.
You mentioned Ott being a really good third baseman. In a way, that's a plus for Sheboygan. Get him off his comfort zone, put him out at pitcher, and hopefully Sheboygan can score a bunch of runs off of him.
Hit a bunch from down the third baseline. How about it?
So line drive out to right.
Oh.
And making the leaping catch was Perry. Boy, he misjudged that, but he was able to recover and save the day.
That's one of those where sometimes they end up on the inside the park home runs because you jump for it, you get a bad read on it, and then Gus Walker, he's sprinting all the way, but sadly he made a fantastic catch just out of the viewpoint of our fans at home.
If he doesn't make that catch, I think it's at least a double. Brings up Ross Christ. Ross having another strong season with Sheboygan. Leads the club in doubles with 18. Also has 4 home runs. He's hitting an even .350. Jonathan Kim not here tonight.
Yeah, I was going to mention that, and Ross Christ had a homer last night, so that put him up to 4. See if he can keep that heat wave going. But yeah, I mean, without Kim, now all of a sudden
How do you get that information?
I just look at Game Changer in the website.
Oh, but you gotta pay for that.
You can get like the bare bone basic stuff for the games.
Every time I try to access the stats, that's over the left fielder's head, Frank. And Christ is going to cruise into second with a ground rule double, another ball that got under the fence. We've seen that happen several times, but more into left center field, not right down the line.
CJ said he could give us a login a little late now that we're in the final week, but I always look, On the website, too, they always have a bunch of write-ups, and it said Ross Christ at homer.
Okay, because whenever I look on there, it always takes me to the next page, and you got to pay.
Yeah, it's either $9.99 a month or $60 a year, I think, or something like that. I know exactly what you're talking about.
CJ didn't put that into my expense account, so I just don't get it.
We'll use the company card.
Yeah. I think, Bill, you have it, don't you? Just have the basic,
just
too,
the basic. Here we go. See if the A's can make something out of this.
Harry takes that first pitch outside for a ball. Harry having one of his finest seasons as a Sheboygan A, hitting .393.
Oh, it's under 400 now, huh?
Yeah, 10 homers. 10 doubles and 6 home runs.
Straight up.
There's a line drive. Base hit to left. That should score Christ. Harry may have a double on this, but no, he's going to hold up at first with a long single.
Still trading him, CJ? It was only a single.
Harry with a line drive base hit to left center field. Easily scored Ross Christ. And that's going to bring up Jacoby Andreas.
If only that Gus Walker play would have went down for a hit, that certainly would have helped keep the momentum going.
That would have been really sweet. Jacoby hitting a respectable .289.
You can't say there he goes when Harry's on first. That's not going to work as well.
Only Eric Hasenstein can get away with that.
Still not with Harry on first. What was he got?
Poster
3 stolen
giveaway
bases?
was tonight. They also had fan appreciation was tonight. Hey, it's not too late to come out and get your poster. They're
probably gone now.
Tomorrow's a big night too.
Santa's going to be here.
Christmas in July. Did you get them from the museum? He doesn't know. So, some big events. One happening tonight, another one tomorrow. Jacoby fouled that one back. Racing over is the catcher. He's got room. And a nice play made by Cole on the foul pop-up by Andreas. And that's going to leave it up to Jimmy Jurgensen.
It's never an easy play for the catcher to make, but Tucker made it look pretty easy there as he went down and got it. Those are always tough reads, and that ball had some height to it as well.
For sure. Jimmy always a threat to hit one out. Jimmy has 5 home runs on the season. We're all tied up at 1. Ross Christ had a 1-out double, and Harry followed that with a single to left to score Christ.
Didn't know if that Harry ball was going to get through the infield, but it got right past Griffin Summers, and it was enough.
To the third baseman, Bornick, and he makes the easy throw across, and that ends the first inning for Sheboygan. But after 1 complete, we're all tied 1 at 1.
Up you can. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Smells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
The crew is back. We got CJ Skelton doing announcements and audio enhancements. Bill Wagner is our field announcer. I'm Mike Martin along with Jordan Lorenz. We're doing the live stream. We got a full cast of interns with Jordan. Annalise McMillan is back. Nia Zhang is back. Connor DeWitt was back in May, and now he's just gone. But he got his work done, and that's the important thing. So, Jordan, speaking of your college experience, is interning a requirement now?
It's not a requirement, but it's nice because you can take it instead of a class. So this will go towards my you can take a normal internship and it'll count instead of like an elective or whatever. But this one, since it's in my field, it can go directly towards my major, so I can skip out on just like a normal communication course. There's a catch out and right.
Okay, yeah, nice catch out there by Jacoby. Kept us interested all the way with that one-handed grab. So it's a good deal for you. Get to do, instead of sitting in a classroom.
That's what I was
for
just going to say.
weeks,
Yeah,
you get to be at the ballpark.
In summer, I'm doing something fun. What I love to do. It's a lot better than sitting in there for 4 months' time.
I hit you. I hear you. Maybe more rewarding too.
Definitely.
Doing the internship. Hobetler was the blue ribbon who flew out to right. This is Jeremy Laffoon. So wing, bada bada bada. 1-1 pitch is in for strike 2.
When that fastball's on for Blake Coons, he's something else because then he can control the batter with relative ease at the plate, and that fastball was right down the middle. Foon wasn't swinging at all.
Anthony Sotile is the manager for the Blue Ribbons, and LaFoon goes down swinging. Second strikeout for Blake in the ball game.
Rather uncompetitive one there. Watched a real good pitch on strike 2, and then strike 3 tried to go up and get it.
Yeah, he wasn't going to catch up with that fastball. That brings up Tucker Cole, the catcher.
All the posters gone? Got some
Tucker
left.
made that nice catch and foul ground in the bottom of the first. We're all tied at 1. Blue Ribbons able to literally steal a run. They pulled a play that Sheboygan did several times last season with the runners on first and third. The runner on first takes off and then stops between the bases and wants to get in a rundown. And as soon as that happens, the man on third. And strike 3 to Cole. We'll talk about the stealing the base when we come back after this break.
Every single second, every minute, every hour, all the whole year through.
It is intense right here.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you
We
lemons.
know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, Tea Time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Like I was saying, Jordan, with runners on first and third, the runner on first tries to get in the rundown. As soon as that happens, the man on third, who's already got a little bit of a lead, takes off for home plate. And in the instance in the top of the first, Sheboygan never did throw home. They just stuck with the runner and got him out to end the inning, but the run had scored. So the runner on third gets credited with a stolen base, hence Green Bay stole a run on Sheboygan.
I think Cooper Gussie was kind of just dumbfounded. It like froze him because he got the ball at second, and all of a sudden he sees the guy going back to first base. And then by the time he looks, the runner's already
right.
three
then
corners.
It's too late.
Yeah.
Then you might as well just get the out, which they did. So it wasn't all bad, especially since we got a run in the bottom.
Yeah,
of the first.
answered right away. So couldn't have been better.
Blake Coons making his first appearance at bat on the year. We're looking at the stat sheet.
This is his first career AB with the A's, that's for sure.
Yeah, 14. This is his 14th game being played. Those first 13 were all as a pitcher.
He's a big boy to go up there with a bat. He's got the power, I'm sure.
All you got to do is hit it. Nothing. It's easy enough, isn't it?
Don't you just go up there and you hold the bat and you swing?
Well, it's nice when Blake doesn't have to face Blake.
It is also true.
There's a good pitch by Ott on the outside corner. Our trivia question tonight involves Harry Stelt. You'll want to stick around for that.
Oh.
Blake not able to check his swing, and it looked like it was in the strike zone anyway.
It was close, that's for sure, but Coons goes down on strikes looking in his first career AB.
Brings up Cooper Gussie. Waiting on deck is Justin Schnell. How do you get to camera 3?
Number 12.
Line drive out to right,
There it
over
is.
the head of the first baseman, right down the line. But getting over there quickly and making the play was Perry, but Cooper Gussie's on with a base hit.
So you hit the number 12.
Justin hitting .213. That's first pitch is a ball.
I guess technically you could have 10 because one of them we need for the scoreboard and one we need for the ads.
Okay, all right.
So when we get the funding,
Either way, we're not getting 10 cameras.
I was going to say when we get the funding for 10 cameras, then we could. That's a lot of button clicking.
You know, you might lose your director job then.
Yeah.
A lot to do.
You'd need a full-time director,
Exactly.
or a directing intern. Yeah, no.
All you can do is throw it out there and hope somebody bites, right?
Really? And then they just do this? They just hang out here and run this?
Well, we didn't even have the board then.
Oh. But it worked. That's all that mattered. Oh, good
Breaking
pitch.
ball is in for a strike. And Gussie caught everybody by surprise in Green Bay and stole the base.
Going towards the bottom part of the lineup, but it never hurts to have a runner in scoring position.
For sure. Schnell with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. There is 1 out. Pitches the ball. Gussie just stole his first base of the season.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Glad I checked that.
I'm fascinated by that, actually.
2-2 count. A good job of hanging in there by Justin. That pitch is down a little bit. Could maybe take that right
you
over
do
to the
something
third
with
baseman's head for a base hit.
Opportune time for the A's to take their first lead of the ball game. It's up to Schnell or Palmquist.
Frank, the left fielder, is not very deep. Schnell with a, sure if he foul-ticked it or not, but he did strike out.
Palmquist to get in the 9-hole for the Sheboygan A's. It worked well the other night. See what he can do with the runner on second.
Riley was going pretty good until he got hurt. He is hitting .275 right now, but plays a good shortstop, too.
Usually takes a while once you get back from injury to get back in the swing of things.
point.
And the problem is there's not a whole lot of time left in the season.
Bouncing ball right to the third baseman, Bornick, and he spins and throws.
Oh.
And they say the first baseman, Hotmettler, held the bag, so it is a 5-3 putout. After 2 complete, we're still tied at 1.
Woods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Last year's financial year,
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Getting ready to start third inning action. We can see on your monitor kids playing musical chairs. And we're down to the end. Oh, that guy went down. Down goes Frazier.
That's a first.
Zach Hansen is going to lead off the third inning for Green Bay. Zach is Green Bay's second baseman tonight. Looking over the two score sheets we have from the previous games against Green Bay, Hansen was not in the lineup either time.
Don't know what we're getting into then.
There was I don't know how close you followed the Major League Baseball draft the other night. I didn't follow it too close actually. But,
I never really do.
My announcing partner Chris Wright, who coached high school baseball.
Max Wagner.
Max Wagner.
There you go. I
Green
knew
Bay
that's where
Purple.
it was going.
Okay, all righty.
I watched him play last year. He was on the Green Bay Booyah, so I watched him play a few games.
Right.
Definitely heard about him in high school, though. Some of my friends knew him real well.
Now, Chris said he was Player of the Year in the Valley 4 years in a row. That
Sounds
his
about
freshman
right,
year.
actually, yeah.
Oh, boy. It's pretty impressive.
He was
0-2 pitch. Breaks outside for a ball.
Exactly where Schnell wanted it. Gives him the nod of approval and not biting, so nothing you can do there.
Hansen fights that one off, fouled it straight back. Griffin Summers waiting on deck. See him come into your monitor, picking up that foul ball.
Good crowd tonight.
Yeah, you're right. Good crowd is right. Edward Jones has brought a huge crowd tonight. Pitch in the dirt is swung on and missed. Schnell's throw down to first is in time.
I was a little bit close. It took a few bounces, and Schnell, he took his time, though. He was patient. Good to go, but on a bad throw, it wouldn't have ended well.
Let's not talk that way. That brings up Griffin Summers, the shortstop.
Griffin Summers leads the Blue Ribbons in runs. He's touched home 22 times this year.
I always thought Griffin was a good offensive player. To see him batting in the 9th spot surprises me. In a previous game, he was batting in the 6th spot.
Now he drops to 9.
Good pitch by Coons is in for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. The score is knotted at 1. Mike Martin along with Jordan Lorenz bringing you the live stream.
Just ticked foul.
Yeah, we'll be right back here tomorrow night when the Appleton Legends come to town for a NEW game.
The real attraction is Santa, though. That's the reason I'm coming.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that's my main impetus for being here. But it's nice. I think that pitch broke Justin Schnell's glove. He's going to change mitts.
First time we've seen that this year, I think. We've seen some broken bats.
I threw it into the bullpen area. I don't know who that was sitting on the tarp, but they grabbed it and just threw it over McClavic.
Yeah.
Threw it over the dugout into the bullpen area.
Oh, it's broke. There's no use for it.
Gene Mand would take broken gloves and take them home and fix them.
Well, if
He
it's
was
a
pretty
talent, you
talented
can
that
do
way.
it. Why not, right?
Yeah. Hey, gloves aren't cheap.
I've seen some minor league teams sell broken bats in the team store.
Breaking pitch is in for a strike. Called strike 3. So I think Summers got fooled on that pitch.
I think so.
John Coons, our home plate umpire, couldn't make that call quick enough.
That's how you want it to be.
Yeah. That takes us back to the top of the order. James Bornick, the third baseman. You know, we talked about the Green Bay pitcher, Ott, being a good third baseman. Bornick's looked pretty solid over there.
Yeah, so that bucks your point before of taking someone good away from third.
Right.
They got the depth.
One ball and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. Next week, Sheboygan will be on the road for several games.
3 of them.
3 of them. The ballpark will be used from the 26th, that's a Tuesday, until the 30th, that's a Saturday, for the Legion State Baseball Tournament that'll be held here.
Ooh. That was a moonshot, but he got
hammered
way
foul.
out of it. The kids standing out there, they're like, I don't want that one.
You know, the parking lot was really full when I got here, Jordan, and I did find a spot. It's just beyond center field of this diamond. You can see the black car parked there.
Yeah.
That's me. Anything hit the center field, I could be looking at.
Could be dangerous.
Palmquist makes the one-handed catch at short, and that's the end of the third inning for Green Bay. Sheboygan will be coming up with the score still tied at 1.
Sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great.
I'm glad you showed up.
In my life.
I could never get through this world without you.
You are really close to my heart.
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down! There you are.
You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things.
Yes, things.
Are serious. And kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
friendship.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Gus Walker, the leadoff hitter for Sheboygan, will be up here in the third inning. He flew out to right. Pretty much a circus play by the right fielder, Perry. He misjudged it, but was able to get back and make a leaping grab. Otherwise, we're looking at extra bases for Gus. There's a line drive right to the second baseman, Hansen.
That was a lot shallower than I expected it to be.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was going to drop in front of the center fielder at first.
There's a rowdy bunch of kids who want some prizes, that's for sure.
Annalise
Speaking of
McMillan is
rowdy
a
kids.
fan down there, throwing things into the stands, giveaways. Brings up Ross Christ. Ross doubled. That double by Ross now gives him 19 doubles on the season.
Let's get to 20.
Right down the line, a base hit. Perry is there. He's going to make the strong throw to first. Not in time.
You don't see that a whole lot, though, that it's actually competitive.
Yeah, right. Perry must have a pretty good arm to be doing that. Harry followed that Christ double in the first and singled him in, so he's 1 for 1 with an RBI.
Typical Harry fashion.
Chris on the first pitch running down. He's in there.
Green Bay didn't think so, but a better throw would have got him for sure. The fact that it had to come in off a hop, that really messed things up because it wasn't the best jump in the world for us.
Oh, I agree with you there. What happened, you mentioned about the hop, and then you had to lift the glove to catch it and then bring it back down. That's what gave Ross enough time to get in. That strike evens the count at 1-1. This is like deja vu all over again.
Yeah, it is now that he's
inning.
at second. That's why you do it. You try and get a runner in scoring position for Harry, and 9 times out of 10, or maybe not that high, but still it ends up working out.
Pop up down the right field line. Perry coming in hard, but it's the second baseman, Hansen, who makes the good catch out in short right. And now there are 2 outs. And that leaves it up to Jacoby Andreas.
You can kind of get an idea from the crowd sometimes of what's going to happen with the ball, and it seemed like that one is going to be in drop territory, but sadly it wasn't. Thinking with their hearts, as you always say.
Yeah. We mentioned about Hansen. He almost reached on that drop third strike. He really hustled down to first base. Schnell was able to throw him out by a step or so. There's a base hit up the middle. That should score. Center fielder bobbled it. There's not even going to be a play. So Andreas singles to center and scores. Ross Christ, Sheboygan's on top now, 2-1.
Wasn't Harry Stelt that did it, but the A's will take it nonetheless. Their first lead of the ball game on their 5th hit already here through 2 2/3.
Van Ness got a little ahead of himself, tried to make the throw before he had the ball, and that's all it took to give Ross an easy chance for home. Jimmy Jurgensen is up next.
Took a late crack at that first pitch.
There's 2 outs. We're in the 3rd inning. Andreas has no stolen bases on the year. I wouldn't expect to see him running.
Not necessary with 2 outs, I wouldn't think.
Well, it's nice when the first baseman is holding the runner. It leaves Jimmy a little more opening on that right side. There it is. That's what we're talking about.
Exactly what you said. Runners on first and second now with 2 outs as the A's inning continues.
We had a similar situation in that doubleheader the other day, and I had mentioned, just as I came out of my mouth, Jimmy hit that double play ball to the shortstop, and I'm thinking, if he could only pull the ball. And that brings up Blake Coons.
Nothing like an RBI situation for the A's starting pitcher tonight.
Yeah, help your own cause, Blake.
Thankfully, his team's got 2 runs of support, but it's only a 1-run lead.
Now, Jacoby out at second base for a big guy actually runs fairly well. A hit to the outfield. Should have a good opportunity to score him. Not a good swing by Blake there.
He hasn't been swinging the bat a whole lot. I think he did on like the first or second pitch, but then he was just watching everything. Not sure if he's almost up there as a decoy to just kind of get the pitch count a little higher, watch them go by, but we'll see here.
He's not fooling out the pitcher.
No. That's the problem. Down 0-2. I was going to say, you just hope he doesn't swing at anything bad down 0-2.
Right.
To give it the easy strikeout. Survived that.
Andreas on second. Jimmy with a base hit is on at first.
Ott shook off the first pitch. See what he throws. Oh, boy.
Called strike 3. Good pitch by Sam Ott. Blake was taking it, and that ends the third inning, but not before Sheboygan comes up with a run. And after 3 complete, Sheboygan 2, Green Bay 1.
Authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Lights on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Back at Wildwood Baseball Park, Sheboygan has grabbed the lead in the bottom of the third with the RBI single by Jacoby Andreas, scoring Ross Christ for the second time in the game. Ross singled in the third, stole second, and then scored on Andreas' base hit. See if Blake can shut him down again, keep the lead. He's going to have Perry, Van Ness, and Frank, the right fielder, the center fielder, and the left fielder for Green Bay.
In State League action, the A's have this one here tonight, which is just a State League game. It's not in the NEW. And then this weekend, a 4-game series against Addison. I mean, those two are fighting for that 4th place spot. Addison's currently 11-11. The A's are 12-13. So a win here gets the A's back to 500.
So I
and
think
then you
I saw one of my sheets. We played Addison once here, and we lost to him.
Lost to him, yep. Yep, the State League Challenge weekend.
So this that'll be a tough doubleheader weekend.
That'll be a good competitive weekend coming up. Hall of Fame night on Saturday, Meyer Family Day Sunday. It's going to be good. Hopefully the A's get the win here, and it's 2 500 teams battling.
Coons on a. If he took a little something off of that breaking pitch, but Perry had trouble catching up to it. 2-2 is the count. Beautiful night at the ballpark. Real nice crowd. Edward Jones brought a large group.
200 plus.
Yeah, wow. And they're up on the deck, party deck.
No, that's a different group up there.
Really?
Yes.
Who's up there?
I was told like the Morgan family or something like that.
Holy cow. Who called strike 3 on Perry? Edward Jones was out in the picnic area.
They were out in the pavilion partying it up.
Yeah.
I guess they were here around 2, 3 o'clock. I got here at 5 and there was a ton of people, but they were here early, setting up, getting ready.
I drove by probably around 3:30 or so, taking some stuff to the drop-off site, and they were here already. You're right.
Oh, saying he didn't go.
Van Ness checked his swing on that first pitch for ball 1. Ball is popped up. Making the call at second base is Gussie, and he makes the catch. Defensively for Sheboygan, they have Jurgensen at first, Gussie at second, Stelt at third, Palmquist at short. Christ is in left, Walker in center, Andreas in right, Justin Schnell is the catcher, and Blake Coons is on the mound. And 2 quick outs in the 4th, and that brings up Eli Frank, who walked his first time up.
Frank leads the ball club in hits with 32 and RBIs at 22, so definitely a good guy to have in that 4 spot. Exactly why you see him at cleanup. And he proved he has a patient bat as well, taking a walk back in that first inning.
Eli, in a sense, sacrificed himself back in the first inning, getting in a rundown to allow his teammate Perry to score from third.
Did it perfectly. Couldn't ask for a whole lot more as a manager.
That's for sure.
I guess the only thing you could ask is that he didn't get out and the inning could have continued.
There you go.
If you got to nitpick something.
1 ball, 2 strike pitch coming up.
Oh, left it high.
Yep.
Good pitch, though.
Harry's deep at third. Palmquist deep at short.
Look. Cam. Only when he plays third, though.
Fan favorite. Gets his own camera.
That would be awesome. Like a picture of his face goes up every time you hit the button. We got good ideas.
3-2 to Frank again. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that ends the 4th inning for Green Bay. When we head to the bottom of the 4th, Sheboygan will be up 2-1.
With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
The great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family-owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community, and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Cooper Gussie here at bat as we got Hunter Steger talking to Sheila. Rapid fire trivia. There, it's all wrapped up, and now we're finally ready to get going.
What was that final question?
I don't know. I wasn't listening. I was talking.
Hunter Steger.
Boy, look at that. Sam Ott is ready to go.
There's a drive down the left field line. Not making the clean pickup was Frank, and that'll allow Cooper Gussie to go to second base.
There's also no one covering the bag either, so it made it a heck of a lot easier. You got your shortstop Summers running, you got your third baseman Bornick running, and then all of a sudden Hansen realizes that Gussie's on his way to second, but no throw.
Brings up Justin Schnell. That was just informed that the RBI that Perry got in the first inning, Jordan.
Yes.
That was his 400th of his A's career.
400 RBIs. Wow. I could have picked that question for trivia, but I picked a different category. What the heck?
Well, there's so many Harry questions we could go to. Justin Schnell is up. He went down swinging in the second inning. Cooper Gussie is on at second with a double. Ball touching the outside corner for a strike.
I'd like to see someone steal third so we can make use of this camera nice and perfect, but you're not going to do it with a lefty batter, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy throw for the catcher to make down to third base. Good eye by Justin. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's nobody out. Sheboygan threatening again. They've actually threatened in every inning, scoring in 2 of them.
There you go. Way to fight back at the plate. Left that one up. Missing badly on these last 2.
Sam Ott on the mound for the Blue Ribbons. He's allowed 7 hits so far. We're only in the bottom of the 4th. Bouncing ball up the middle. Summers and makes the throw across.
I took a look before, and the NL All-Stars are beating the AL 2-0. So the NL's finally winning. Paul Goldschmidt had a home run. Mookie Betts had the other RBI.
Who's I don't know if can you access it? Who's catching for the American National League?
They probably already changed.
There's a line drive out into deep center field, racing back and not making the play. It bounces off the wall. And pulling into second with a stand-up double is Riley Palmquist. Boy, did he hit that ball hard.
3-1 lead for the A's now, as there's an out in the inning, but they're kind of trading doubles so far, and Wilson Contreras is doing the catching.
From the Cubs.
Yes.
I thought he was the starter, but I wasn't sure. I think he's the only Cub that made the All-Star team.
It's not like the Brewers have any hitters that made the All-Star team, so.
Renfroe was deserved. Could have been, but
then he got
after
hurt.
that, there's not too many guys, right? It brings up Gus Walker.
He got hurt twice, actually.
Walker flew out to right and was robbed of a hit by Hansen in the 3rd. Made that nice play where he ranged out into short right field. Ground ball. Winning the race to the bag was Hobetler.
Don't want to leave him stranded. You got a 2-run lead. Why not make it 3?
Hey, let's go back to that All-Star game for a second.
Yes.
I heard something, correct me if I'm wrong, that if it's tied after line drive, Hansen makes the one-handed pickup and the throw across. We'll come back to that All-Star question when we come back. But after 4 complete, Sheboygan now up 3-1.
Same way through. Every single second, every minute, every hour, all the whole year through. It is intense right here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you lemons.
We know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the Queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Oh, it was.
When's our trivia coming up? This inning? Next inning?
Let's try the Sheboygan bottom of the 5th.
All right, we'll wait a little bit longer. Anyways, All-Star.
All-Star question. If it's the tie at the end of 9, I heard it had something to do with the home run derby.
Well,
whoever won the home run derby wins the...
They're going to do their own home run derby after 9 innings. So this is, I pulled up the article so I can get it correct. So before the game, each manager selected 3 hitters to complete in a derby. So say it's a 2-2 game.
If it's tied at the end.
Yeah, say it's a 2-2 game after 9 innings. So then they also picked 1 extra hitter in case there's an injury. So basically they got 4 guys selected. Each manager then gets to pick a pitcher along with a bullpen catcher. So they've got all that sorted out. And then it listed who they selected, but then you go into a home run derby just like that. So it would be...
So, let's say we were on the same team, I would pitch to you, my teammate.
Yes, yep. From the AL, they got Ty France, Julio Rodriguez, and Kyle Tucker. So Julio Rodriguez, obviously a great guy to have in there because you saw what he did last night.
Yeah.
And then the NL has Pete Alonso, Acuna Jr., and Kyle Schwarber.
Well, good hitters there too, obviously.
So,
Ethan Hobetler is the batter. He's sitting with an 0-2 count.
Does Jacoby have a hit in the ball game for us?
Another strikeout and a throw him out. Jacoby Andreas is got an RBI single in the 3rd inning.
So he does have a hit. All right, just as we were talking about it, it's now a 3-2 lead for the NL. Or for the AL, pardon me.
Okay.
The AL took the lead.
All right.
They did in some minor league, I don't know if it was a minor league or like a fall league or something, they had it where after 9 innings, instead of extras, they played a home run derby instead. So they've trialed it elsewhere. I don't think we'll ever see it in the major leagues. I think it would be quite stupid, honestly.
Yeah,
but
no, that's not right.
No.
Of course, who would have thought putting a runner on second base was right, but
Yeah,
that's what they do now.
I enjoy it.
Kuhn's looking like he's really getting loose because he's been throwing some pretty hard fastballs.
He only went 6 innings against Green Bay that other game, but see how long he can go in this one. He's looking
We don't
good.
have the pitch count up here, but I would have to imagine his pitch count is down from what it was in that earlier game this season. Another strikeout for Blake. In that previous game, Jordan, Blake had 3 walks. So far in our ball game tonight, he only has 1, and he's only allowed 1 hit. Those 2 runners both reaching in the 1st.
Yeah, he settled in, to say the least, after that 1st inning. It was kind of one of those, it's going to be like, is he going to give up a run at inning, a few hits here, a few hits there? But no, he has dialed himself in, and he's been doing mighty fine.
9 strikeouts after that strikeout of LaFoon. Fault.
400th RBI as a Sheboygan A.
We mentioned earlier our trivia question is about Harry, and we'll get into that in the bottom half of this inning.
All right.
Swing and a miss. Blake Kuhn strikes out the side in the 5th, and after 4.5, Sheboygan on top, 3-1.
At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Last year's financial year,
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Human wheelbarrow race just wrapping up as Sam Ott continues to be on the mound. I'm not sure if he's a 5-6 inning guy, but I don't expect him to go too long in the game because he's given up 8 hits and the A's are getting to him.
All right, let's throw that A's trivia regarding Harry since Harry is coming up to bat. Where does Harry rank in games played with 580 for the Sheboygan A's? Is he first, second, or third?
I didn't know you were
What
going to give him
Bill?
options.
I mean, I could have written it, several different ways.
Yeah.
I just went with it that way. Bill, what do you got for a guess? First, second, or third?
Doesn't even know the question.
Where does Harry rank in terms of games played? He's got 580 tonight. Third?
We got, I guess, a third.
What do you got, CJ? 1, 2, or 3?
He said first, second. Yep. I liked it better without the choices, but
pitch is in the dirt, but in time to get Harry. And that brings up our Northwoods cleanup hitter, Jacoby Andreas, with Jacoby's RBI single back in the third that got a fan some Northwoods cleaning supplies.
I've always wanted to win some of that.
Yeah.
I use it enough around here. Clean the chairs, clean the bleachers.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow, I thought you guys just put it away, basically.
Yeah, well, if only you knew.
Do you ever see my, you wouldn't see him. He comes during the day and cleans out the bathrooms.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Sheila and I did that one time. I got the commodes, she got the sinks. How's that fair?
It's not
Line
fair.
drive, base hit out to right center field. That's going to roll all the way to the fence. Jacoby hustling around first, and he'll pull into second with a double.
Beautiful stand-up double. That's got to be the third or fourth double so far the A's have tonight. We'll get an exact number, but the thing of beauty is, once again, it's the fourth double. I think they had 2 last innings, so not bad.
Jimmy's base hit in the third was a line drive right past the first baseman. Right down the line. Perry did an excellent job, the right fielder for Green Bay, getting over and getting the ball in to hold Jimmy with a single. So the question was, where does Harry Stelt rank in games played with 580 for the A's? CJ and Bill, I believe, guessed 3. Jordan guessed third because he knows the answer. And that is our answer. I think you mentioned when you talked to Harry the other day, he's in his 12th season, right?
12th season.
Okay. Gene Mann played 25 years with the A's. He has 1,087 games played, which is just under half. Not quite doubled what Harry has. But that's the big explanation why Gene is so far out from anybody else. Ranking second with 817 games was Randy Wilkie. Wilkie had an extended A's career too.
Harry actually surpassed, who was fourth?
Dave Gare.
Dave Gare. Harry was fourth coming into the year and then eventually played enough, so now he's in that third position for the bronze medal.
And Dave was at 569. Jimmy with a swing.
What are we looking at on that list? I can take a look if you want, but RBIs, let's see where Harry ranks with now 400.
Jimmy with a 3-2 count. Fouls it at home plate.
Harry is still well in 4th place with 400 RBIs. Lee Wettenkamp 3rd with 626. Randy Wilkie with 697, and then Gene Mand 850. So Harry's still not even halfway there.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Some of those guys played in a little different hitting environment too. Good. The catcher Cole to keep Andreas at third base.
Runners on
Back
the corners
in those
here.
days, they were using metal bats.
Yes.
And the ball would just sail out of here.
Still a lot less games, though, they were playing, so you got to give them that.
Yeah, not quite as many. You're right. Blake Coons with another opportunity to help his own cause. Blake has not looked good his first 2 times up. Let's see if he can get himself squared away this. Bornick, the third baseman, not too far off the bag.
That's a good swing.
Yeah, that was a good swing. Good call, Jordan.
Like this, rather than getting to a double play to end it.
Infield is deep for Green Bay. You know, a little roller on the infield could get Andreas home.
Also, what kind of speed does Blake Coons have? Because we've never really seen him run.
Yeah, you're right.
Here we go.
Well, called strike 3 on Blake again. And running on the pitch was Jurgensen. He gets a stolen base. Let's check and see what Jimmy's got for stolen bases on the year. That was his first. Cooper Gussie and Jimmy Jurgensen. Gussie is at the bat now, and he doubled his. He's got 2 hits tonight.
Boy, would it be a time to make it 3 and try and open this one up to
for
5-1.
Sure. Right. Give us a little breathing room.
Because obviously when you got Blake Coons as a starter, that takes away your big arm reliever at the end of the game who likes his save opportunities. So not that the A's don't have the depth, but it takes away that one big key piece.
Steve Russell caught the first 2 games. That we have box scores for. Tucker Cole has done a nice job behind the plate.
The ones we have box scores for are the ones at home. They also played Green Bay 2 other times on the road. Lost that first game. But they've got the season series lead, do the A's.
There's a bouncing ball to third. Bornick makes a nice pickup and even a better throw over to first, and that ends the bottom of the 5th for Sheboygan. They don't score. Leave a couple runners on. After 5 complete, Sheboygan up 3-1.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you.
You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
please be quiet.
listen, you hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Jordan, if you go to Legend Larry, stay away from the DOA. They're pretty hot.
Bad idea. I've had a number of friends who've done the Blazing Challenge at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Zach Hansen, the second baseman for Green Bay, is going to lead off the 6th inning. In Blake's first go-around with Green Bay, he went 6, and then they took him out. I got a feeling he's going to go a little longer tonight because I don't think his pitch count is way up there. But
yeah, that was an
we'll have to
interesting
wait
strike
and see
call
on that.
Whew. That's what I mentioned before. If Blake Coons has that fastball on point, that breaking pitch is just going to be there all day long. It's no different than Josh Hader. He's got the 97, 98 fastball, then comes at you with the slider, and that's what makes it so effective. Is it all starts with that fastball.
Ball is hit out of play.
Bounced off a car, I think. Not yours, don't worry.
No, mine is too far back.
Ooh.
There's another strikeout, number 11. My car is more in jeopardy of getting hit by a softball hit over the center field fence.
It's getting a little late for the softball guys anyway. You know, you kind of lose your energy towards the end of the game. It might be a blowout anyway.
Yeah.
Think we're safe now.
If you look over there, too, look at what's in front of my car, the scoreboard.
The scoreboard, yeah. So they'd have to go over that
there.
bad boy.
Yeah. Trying to bunt it was Griffin Summers, but he missed it, and that goes for a strike. Griffin 0 for 1. Green Bay not turning over the lineup. They only got runners on in the first inning.
We talked about it earlier. Griffin was in the 6th spot against this A squad earlier on. He did go, so it's 0-2. But he also at one point led the team in hits, and now not sure if he's slumping or they're experimenting with him at the 9 hole, but it's definitely interesting.
16 outs in a row recorded by Blake.
Hey, that's not bad.
Oh. And of those 16, 10 are strikeouts.
We're coming off that game here at home with Reclitus. Through 80 pitches, faced 23 batters. 21 would have been the minimum, and he went just 2 over that as it all came crashing down in the 7th inning. But it was still a nice, good 2-0 win over Burlington.
Yeah, he was pretty awesome.
That's the second time this year he's gone a 7-inning complete game in 80 pitches or less. I mean, it's fascinating.
That is impressive. Coons by the hitter. Nothing he could do.
You'd love to see Blake Coons back on the squad next year for the A's because he has surely made an impact in his first year, and especially, you know, I think maybe what we're seeing is he's evolved into the starting role with the absence of Eric Schmitz. I mean, with him gone, Coons has really filled in that missing piece.
He's pretty awesome tonight again. And there's a humpback liner out to right. Andreas makes the pick, and that ends the streak at
you had to mention it, didn't you?
18 hitters in a row. Brings up Matt Perry. James Bornick on at first base. Doesn't look like James is taking a great big lead over there.
Oh, oh boy, there he can go.
Yeah. Pitch in the dirt gets past Schnell.
I think he barely had a foot off the bag, but the wild pitch certainly helped get him over.
Yeah, that's for sure. One thing about Blake is that he's really been throwing a lot of strikes. He's been around the strike zone. Makes it an easy task for the home plate umpire, too.
It's the Aaron Ashby strategy of try and get every batter out in 3 pitches or less. You just attack the zone, pound it. And this feels like a way more lopsided game than a 3-1 ball game, that's for sure. It's just the A's, once again, their kryptonite of leaving runners on base. It does not help. And they've done that in probably 4 innings.
That's pitch is a strike, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Jordan brings up a very important point. You know, when you get opportunities to score runs, you want to get them. Put that other team away.
Runners on the corners with 1 out, and the A's weren't able to do it last inning. Wow.
Matt Perry with a poor swing there. He's totally fooled on that breaking pitch. Evens the count at 2-2. What do you go to if you're Blake Coons?
I just go a nice high heater right now. You got a pitch to waste if you want it. I don't think he will, but you've completely fooled him. And now stepping off, so maybe he's going to think a little extra.
He shook off the first sign by Schnell. Let's see if they got it together this time.
Because now maybe if you're Coons, you're expecting the hitter to expect the fastball, so maybe you overthink it a little bit. No, it goes right to it.
Blew it right past the hitter. And that ends the 6th inning. After 5.5, Sheboygan's still up.
Authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Lights on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Justin Schnell is going to lead off the Sheboygan bottom of the 6th. Through 6 innings, Blake Coons has allowed 2 hits and 1 walk, and he's recorded 13 strikeouts. In the 5th and 6th, he struck out the side. In the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd, he had 2 strikeouts each. So
it's really unacceptable. Only 13.
He had 14 the first time around against this team.
13, you're going downhill, Blake.
Schnell takes that first pitch inside for a ball. Sam Ott still on the mound for the Blue Ribbons. He's pitched actually a pretty nice ball game, even though he's given up 9 hits.
And I think that's part of the reason they're keeping him in as well, because anytime he gets into a jam, he's only given up 1 run in 3 different innings. He's never given up more than 1 run in an inning. He's just calming himself down, and he's fighting out of it, and he's not doing the worst at the end of the day. 3 runs on 9 hits. Or pardon me, I said that wrong. Oh, no, yeah, 3 runs on 9 hits. That's correct.
In 5 innings, Sheboygan has left 7 runners on base. That's a high number. They need to come through with runners on. Get that lead up a little bit. Justin takes that pitch for a ball. It's 3-1. Waiting on deck is Riley Palmquist. Riley hit a long double to center field his last time up, drove in a run. The ball up the middle. Hansen has it. Makes the easy throw. Palmquist's double was his 4th of the season. He came into tonight hitting .275. That's gone up a little bit. In the on-deck circle is Sheboygan's leadoff hitter, Walker, and that pitch hit off the hands of Palmquist. He's going to reach.
It was a double one because it hit off his hands and then went off the catcher's as well. So poor Tucker Cole, he got a little bit of that one. I don't think it was the umpire who got it. I think he's just giving Cole a little bit more time to shake it off.
Yeah. That's the normal protocol when the catcher gets hurt.
You would know. You're our guy in that department. Any umpire trivia comes your way.
I'd never give those guys. I'm just kidding. That's what.
They don't deserve it.
Oh yeah, they do.
Oh yeah, they do.
All righty, Palmquist on first. Walker up. He's due. He's hit the ball every time. Hit the ball hard in the first inning. Perry making that circus catch and right, and then was robbed by Hansen on a fine running catch in short right field. Looked like that was going to drop, and then in the 4th inning, he had a simple grounder to the Green Bay first baseman.
But he's making contact, and that's what matters.
Yeah, exactly.
One of these times it'll go his way.
That's what we're hoping.
He's one I'm going to try and grab an interview with tomorrow. We're doing a bunch of interviews for the off season, so A's fans can get to know a little bit more about these players.
So check the website during the winter time and find out about them, and
figure
then
some stuff out.
hopefully they show up next year.
Yeah, right. The ones I pick, it'll probably curse them and they won't be back. I got Justin Schnell, Ross Christ, and Jimmy Jurgensen in the hole.
All right, good for you. At 3-0 pitches in for a strike.
You know, you'd love to talk to guys like Blake Coons, Jonathan Kim, some of the newcomers that are, South Dakota State, University of Michigan. Those are some big-time colleges.
A pop-up on the infield. Summers making the call and the catch out in short center field. 2 outs in the 6th. That's going to bring up Ross Christ. Ross is 2 for 3 tonight. There's 2 outs who are in the bottom of the 6th. Sheboygan up 3-1.
Runner was going, but a foul ball, maybe a hit and run, or Ross just thought that pitch was too good to take no matter what the call was.
A lot of times what the hitters will do in that situation is they will take a pitch and allow the man on first to steal second. That's a good deal for the batter. It gives them a better RBI chance.
Also not a bad RBI chance if you get a good pitch to hit and you actually make contact, because then the guy on's already in motion. Right.
He's on the move already. Sam Ott stepping off. Sam's done a good job tonight.
I expect maybe 5 or so innings out of him, but he's going to definitely make it through this 6th. And then we'll see what happens from there. Still a tight ball game. You think of it, you leave 7 guys on base. Say you even take half of that away. This could be 6-1 instead of 3-1.
Yeah, he's walked 1, struck out 4. They've hit the ball off of Sam. Pitch is inside in the dirt. And stealing second is Palmquist.
Palmquist got a good one to go on down in the dirt, as you said, and there was no play whatsoever from Cole. It was also a very inside pitch, so it would have made it especially tough because he would have had to either go behind the batter or in front of him, which causes an extra move, and that's even more time that you don't have.
Right. 4 stolen bases for Sheboygan tonight.
They're reading out very well.
Harry waiting on deck. Three-one count. Umpire Coons telling Sheboygan only one on deck batter. They had three guys out there.
Oh.
Pitch just outside. Ross Christ waited for the call.
Yeah, he was a little hesitant.
Close.
And all right, I said he was going to make it through 6 no matter what, but we'll see. Maybe
Anthony
a potential
Sotile,
change.
the Green Bay manager, making the long walk out. Let's see what he does.
Don't think they're going to pull him just yet. I haven't even been looking if anyone's warming up. You'd think if there was someone, they'd be ready to come in right about now, but
yeah,
haven't seen anything.
Looks just like a talk. What are we going to do with Harry? Don't give him a good pitch, whatever you do.
It's a scary guy to face when you're down to your final out in the inning, but they got 2 guys on, and it's just a 2-run game, and you're getting more and more exhausted as you throw every single pitch.
I like this for a selfish reason because now Harry gets to see this guy for the 4th time.
Yes. That's a big key.
Palmquist is on second. Christ is on at first. He just drew the 2-out walk. Harry with a chance to add to the lead.
In the Burlington game, some of the Barons players were only getting 2 ABs in 3 innings. This is Harry's 4th in 6 innings played as that one gets fouled back.
Harry not wasting any time.
Anything in play, a likely score Palmquist to make it 4-1. Wishful thinking, you'd like Harry to send this one deep for his 7th bomb of the year.
Swinging a foul tick. Boy, he had a nice rip at that.
Whew.
Down 0-2, but I'll tell you, Harry's a real good hitter with 2 strikes. I'm not worried. Palmquist with good speed is out at second. He should be able to score on a base hit to the outfield. There's a drive out to right. Perry has it measured and makes the catch. And Sheboygan strands another couple of runners. They're up to 9 now through 6, but they still hold the lead 3-1.
Stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Trent Van Ness is going to lead off the 7th inning for the Blue Ribbons. Good move by Anthony Sotile to leave Sam Ott in there, Jordan. He got the last out.
Yeah, I think his day is going to be done. There's some loose action going on in the bullpen. No numbers I can't see just yet. And it might be 40, but I'll keep an eye on it throughout the inning. But Blake Coons, he has yet to pitch a complete game this season. I don't expect him to go all 9 here today, but you get through 7 and then you only got 2 innings of relief work. That's not too bad.
That's not bad at all.
No.
Coons starts Van Ness off with a breaking pitch for a strike. Tried to check his swing, and the base umpire says a ball. Bill rang it up as a ball. I thought he signaled strike. We'll have to see. For now, the count is 1-1. That's what we're going to go with. The fly ball to deep center field. Racing back is Walker, and he's got it.
That's usually Jonathan Kim's ball out in center field, but thankfully for Gus Walker, he was able to get a good read on it out at center. Maybe just an off day for Kim.
Yeah, well, we
I
don't
haven't
know.
seen him.
Yeah, okay.
I figured that's where you were going. I didn't see him at all yet today, so.
It's good that the defense is still on their toes because Coons has been striking out so many batters. Sometimes you get a little flat-footed.
Yeah, you forget what's going on out there. You forget how to play your position.
Eli Frank walked in the first, struck out in the fourth, but that strikeout in the fourth, he got the count to 3-2 before he went down swinging, and right now it's 2-0.
Good pitch there. Gave Frank something to hit, but on 2-0 he took it.
Swinging a foul tick at home plate makes the count 2-2. So coming into tonight's game, Jordan, Blake threw 32 innings and had 58 strikeouts. I mean, that's a pretty high rate of strikeouts. You know, I know we talked about the other day about rate of strikeout versus just a pure number. Slow roller out, and Gussie took his eye off the ball, and that's all it took. Frank is on at first on E4.
Just a bad break there, but it's the first error of the game for Sheboygan, which is always a good sign. Those have been coming back to haunt them.
Habeckler up next, the first baseman. When the games are this close, you don't want to give the other team any kind of hope.
Frank's getting a big lead. We're going to keep it on here. He's getting a big lead over at first base. If he's able to steal, it takes away the double play ball.
There's one out. We're in the seventh. Nice stop by Schnell.
It's really not even a big lead. It's just he has a real small jump originally, and then as soon as that pitch comes out, he's just hopscotching his way towards second.
1-1 is the count. There's one out. We're in the top of the seventh. Sheboygan up 3-1. Coons pitching a beauty. In that game that we beat Green Bay 6-5, where Coons was the starter, did get the win. We had 5 errors that game.
Yeah, that's not
so
good.
We were navigating around a lot of mistakes. Little looper out into right field, drops for a hit. And the runner, Frank, held up at second. Good deal for us.
Only the third.
Warming up in the bullpen, Jordan said it was Liam Jones, number 42. LaFoon is up. Jeremy has not had any success tonight. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. That's exactly what Blake could use right now. Green Bay threatening with one out. They have runners on first and second.
I don't think he's ever gone this deep into a ball game yet this year. So
you're right, not this year for sure.
So you start to worry about the fatigue and when those start to set in.
We can't see if there's any action in Sheboygan's bullpen.
Doesn't seem to be. Well, someone's winding up their arm, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I'll keep an eye on it.
And I think that's Hunter Stager, a catcher, so they're in there.
Now they're out of our vantage point.
No balls and 2 strikes to Jeremy LaFoon.
It's a bullpen. Not a bad idea.
Breaking
be
pitch
such a
in there
waste.
for a call. Strike 3. What a pitch by Blake Coons.
I think he just guessed wrong. That's all it was at the end of the day, down 0-2. That's a great pitch to hit, but I wasn't looking for it.
What he
so
didn't guess on was he knew he was out.
He knew he was
walked
out.
back.
Head down to the bullpen you go.
That brings up the catcher, Tucker Cole. Tucker also having a rough go of it tonight with a couple of strikeouts in his. Ball is hit foul out on the New Jersey Avenue.
Getting a little quieter out there now.
Bouncing ball to Harriet. Do not score after 6.5. Sheboygan's still up.
Same way through. Every single second, every minute, every hour. All the whole year through. It is intense right here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you lemons.
We know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, Tea Time.
What are you, having tea with the Queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Good, we weren't on the air.
No, I kept us off. Don't worry.
Jacoby Andreas, the Northwoods cleanup hitter, is going to lead off the 7th inning. Jacoby's having a nice night with a single and an RBI and a double. Sam Ott's still on the hill for the Blue Ribbons.
A little surprising to see.
I think they're going to ride him as long as they can. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking. Why get yourself in maybe a bases loaded, no out, one out situation if...
What we don't know, however, is what they have coming up like tomorrow night. You know, if they have games later this week.
I can tell you.
That may make a difference. Save some of that pitching.
Their next NEW game is this Thursday.
That pitch is up and in. Andreas just able to back out of the way.
They have a non-league game Friday, actually. I think it's against the Schwaben Lookouts. That's their Christmas in July night. So our Christmas in July night is tomorrow, Green Bay's. If you're a Green Bay fan listening.
Boy, I was going to say, you know, you could stop here tomorrow and drive
go
up to Green
Friday.
Bay.
That's
Man
what I'm
alive.
saying. I hope Santa's going to be there also. It's a busy week for Santa.
Jacoby with a little looper down the right field line, drops in for a hit. And he knows from the at bat before that he better hustle down to first. That right fielder will try to throw him out.
Got past the glove of Matt Perry, so could have been a two-bagger, but no need to stretch it out at this point in time. Take the one, and now we'll see what happens.
10th hit for Sheboygan on the night. They've been hitting. They just haven't been scoring runs.
Well, both teams last night in the ball game had 12 hits, and the A's lost 12-5. So, I mean, how does that work?
Yeah, really. Good stop by the catcher.
Tucker Cole with a little circus act to go and get it.
Jimmy looking for his second hit of the night. Jimmy had his first stolen base of the year in the 5th inning. A hard ball right past the first baseman, but it is ruled a foul ball.
Just barely.
That would have been sweet.
Would have been runners on the corners at least, and who knows if that run would have been able to be sent around. Is that Jimmy's new walk-up song, All the Single Ladies? Get their attention one way or another. Takes another big crack at that one, but he was a little bit ahead of it and now falls behind 1 and 2.
Just looking up something on Andreas. Jacoby sitting with a 1-2 count. Or Jimmy, pardon me, Jimmy Jurgensen. There's a hard line drive right past. Almost hit Andreas at first base. It's going to go as a single for Jimmy, and he claps his hands as he rounds first.
Hobbitler with a diving effort on that ball just went right under the glove. And here we go. We kind of talked about it. If you're Green Bay, why get in an unfortunate situation if you don't have to? Runners on first and second, no one out as Sam Ott continues to tire.
We don't know what kind of hitter Blake is. I mean, he hasn't hit anything today, but I'm just thinking, maybe get those runners to second and third if he can bunt, but we don't know that. We haven't seen enough of Blake.
Yeah, I feel like it would actually be harder to have him lay down a bunt.
Yeah, that's not looking good. Blake showing good speed. And they're going to call him out on the double play, but Blake looked like he can move pretty good running down that first baseline, but it goes as a 6-4-3 double play.
D2 linebacker, so he's definitely got the speed, that's for sure. And
he's
were
a
first
linebacker?
able to see it. He was.
Holy cow.
Well, he's got the size, he's got the stature.
Yeah, I'm thinking he might be a defensive lineman or offensive lineman.
We know he played football for 3 years and then made the move to baseball, so.
Okay, well. Baseball coach at third base is Jacoby Andreas. It's the second time tonight he's been over there. There's a hot shot to Summers. And another 6-3 putout. And that ends the 7th inning for Sheboygan. But they're still up 3-1.
At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Danny Moyer down below us calling out the 50-50 raffle. The pot tonight is $290.
That's another idea for a camera, a Denny Moyer 50-50 camera. We could put it right on him as he's announcing the winner.
Blake Kuhn's warming up. He's out to pitch the 8th inning.
At this point, maybe you might keep him in the whole game.
I would think.
Because it depends how this inning goes, but why ruin that momentum? And I just ride the wave as long as you can. You throw in a new pitcher, all of a sudden they give up 2-3 runs because they're not really ready.
Is just out of curiosity, is Brad here tonight? Rindfleisch?
I
know we saw Jared Recklitis.
We
and
know
Schmitty was
Recklitis
here.
is
We
here.
saw him. Rindfleisch is here. Okay, so.
All right, Nia confirms it.
Brad is here. Nia Zhang behind us. He is
never mind. Nia says he doesn't know.
Okay, he doesn't know, but
yeah. So we're spreading misinformation on the internet like no one has ever done. Never
Zach
ever.
Hansen is up. I was gonna say Nia helped design the poster for tonight, and I believe the one for Gus Walker.
Oh yeah, he did them both.
Poster designer. Wouldn't you love that to be an intern where you can just play on your computer all day?
Right, wouldn't it be nice?
Wow.
It's all he ever does is plays on his computer. He never does anything else.
Pitch is outside. It's 3-0 to the leadoff hitter, Zach Hansen. Zach is 0 for 2 in the ball game.
Just got the outside corner on 3-0. If you're Blake Coons, last thing you want is to get a little bit of a jam early. Try and get in and out here in the 8th so you can work the 9th.
Yeah, don't put that leadoff man on.
There you go.
Pop up. It's going to go out of play. Oh, I see it.
Whoa!
Racing. One kid goes down, the other kid gets it.
That was a highway robbery.
Yeah, you can't slip down. You got to stay on your feet. But everybody's up and walking. 3-2 pitch. In there! Called strike 3. Coons working himself back from a 3-0 count to a called strike 3.
He wasn't a fan of it. He was not a fan of strike 3, but at the end of the day, you got to take it. And for Coons to fight back and get through, that's very, very good to see.
Griffin Summers up. Griffin is doesn't have any hits tonight, but he's played a solid shortstop. Blake still throwing hard. Doesn't look like he's tired out there.
And I still see
sure.
Liam Jones throwing, so maybe we'll see him in the 8th. You got to figure one of these times Sam Ott is not going to be coming out.
Maybe it'll be for the bottom of the 9th. Wouldn't that be nice?
Maybe. Hopefully we don't see a bottom of the 9th.
That's what I mean. That's my point.
Yes.
1-1 is the count.
Ooh.
Summers can't catch up to that fastball.
No substitutions in this ball game at all. No pitching substitutions, no hitting substitutions, no pinch runners.
That's how Bill likes it down there.
Keep
the
it
less
easy.
Substitutes, the better.
It's a 3-1 close competitive game, though, so that's the reason I brought it up. That's not Jonathan Kim, is it? Who just went and got the ball?
2-2 pitch. On the way, swing and a miss. And 2 outs in the top of the 8th. 16 strikeouts now for Blake.
That's it, huh? Just 2 an inning?
Jeez.
That's remarkable. Do we have a record for most in a game, you think?
6, I'm sure we do.
I'll take that book whenever you're done.
I'm not sure what it is. First pitch to Bornick is a ball. James singled his last time up. Ball is hammered down the right field side, and the base umpire, Paul Vandenhoevel, almost got hit. Ball was really smoked. He was able to get out of the way, but a little too close for comfort for him.
All right, so he's at 16 right now?
Yes.
So he joins Jared Washburn, Adam Eck, and Jared Recklitis, all with 16. Brad Reinflesch and the one and only Michael Casper have 17. Tyler Schwartz and Dave Mertzig have 18. Bunton and Coles have 19.
Ooh.
Bob Ayers with 20 and Mark Simon with 21.
Bobby Ayers.
So he
Former
joins the
Manitowoc
club
gym
of 16.
teacher.
Okay.
20. And who is number 1 with 21?
Mark Simon.
Mark Simon.
Did it
yeah,
in
he was a dandy.
65. What was it? Strikeouts in a single game.
Yes, 16. Mark Simon, 1965 against Kewaskum. Bobby Ayers did his in 1963 against Barton. Breaking pitch is in for a strike. Evens the count at 2-2. If Blake gets this strikeout in the 3 and the 9th, that would give him 20 in the ball game. Pitch bounces in. Full count. Matt Perry waiting on deck. And that pitch hangs outside for ball 4.
This is the Jared Washburn, played in the majors for 12 years. Former Sheboygan A. Lacrosse native, went to Oshkosh. A measly 107 and 109 win-loss record, though.
That brings up Matt Perry. Perry is 1 for 3.
Can't argue that.
Pitch a little bit low.
In
Be
2013,
to
he
see
became
how
a basketball coach.
long Tim Moyer will go with Blake.
Baseball. Webster, Wisconsin, this guy says, yeah. That was in 2013.
I think
though, that was years
Washburn
ago.
was coaching high school baseball the last couple of years.
That's what this says, at Webster High School. That was in 2013. I don't know
Yeah,
if
it's a
he's
while
probably
ago.
not still, but
1-1 is the count. There's 2 outs. Bornick is on at first with his walk. Strike. And Bornick beats the throw for a stolen base.
I didn't really want him to throw him out because we want Blake Coons to get that strikeout total up.
There you go.
Can't get another strikeout.
Always thinking ahead, huh?
Yeah, you can't get another strikeout if you're throwing out the runner at second. Part of history, but the more the merrier.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Matt Perry. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Coons. He's feeling it. Strikes out the side for the 3rd time tonight and has 17 strikeouts in the game through 7.5. Sheboygan on top, 3-1.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And...
Please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Warming up for Green Bay. Going to open up the 8th inning is Isaiah Grimm. Sam Ott's night is done. Sam did a credible job, allowing Sheboygan only 3 runs. We'll try to figure out his numbers. Sam Ott went 7 innings, gave up 11 hits, 3 runs. They were earned. Walked 2 and struck out 4. Nice outing for him. And now in pitching for Green Bay is Isaiah Grimm.
See what Isaiah Grimm can bring to the table.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say leading off the inning is Justin Schnell.
Blake Coons made some history in that top half of the 8th. He's now tied for 7th all-time for most Ks in a game with 17. Joined some good company in there. He would need, so with 17 is Mike Casper and Brad Reinflesh. Then there's 2 guys with 18, 2 with 19, 1 with 20, and 1 with 21.
Pitch is in low. It's 2-1 to
right
Justin.
Now. Yes. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. He'd technically be tied for 5th, yeah.
You know, we're thinking that Green Bay has 3 outs.
17 right now.
For their 9th inning, if Kuhn strikes out the side, of course, that would give him 20. Justin Schnell walks. We have had a couple of strikeouts tonight where it was in the dirt, and Justin Schnell had to throw the batter out at first base. If one of those batters were to reach, it could be a 4 strikeout inning.
It could be.
And then he ties the record.
Maybe they do it on purpose to give him 5 strikeouts so he can get the record.
Let's not push it. We only got a 2-run lead. That brings up Riley Palmquist. Palmquist 1 for 2 with an RBI double, and he reached his last time being hit by a pitch.
Watch him not go out.
Pitch is up high. You know what you could do, Nia, is go out on the field.
I was going to suggest that.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
1-1 is the count. Schnell is on at first. He drew a walk to lead off the inning. Isaiah Grimm having a little trouble finding the strike zone. Sheboygan trying to build on their 2-run lead.
That's the problem when you change your pitchers. They got to get into a rhythm. They got to find themselves a little bit. And oh boy.
Oh, crap.
Oh, they're calling him safe at second. He didn't have the foot on the bag when the ball came into his glove.
Actually,
it dropped out.
I think what happened, Jordan, is he dropped the ball.
Yeah, he did. He had it for half a second, and then by the time his foot came on the bag, the ball came out.
E4 puts runners on at first and second.
What could have been an easy double play is now 2 on, no outs.
We're both like, oh, no, not again.
It's a pretty routine grounder over there to short, that's for sure.
Not Summers' fault, that's for sure.
It's on Zach Hansen.
Two and 0. Isaiah Grimm in for his first inning of work. We're hoping it's his only inning of work. Ross Christ is on deck waiting to hit. Ross has had a nice night so far. Walker takes that pitch for a ball. It's a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are not
juice no one out as the manager's going to have a little bit of a talk with Isaiah Grimm as we stand.
Boy, they could have had 2 outs. Now they got the bases loaded.
It's a
and no
tough
one
break
out.
for the pitcher. And I also wondered why Liam Jones isn't in the ball game. I didn't see 56 Grimm warming up at all, but I still see Jones moving around down in there. So we'll see. They obviously have another arm or two if they got to go to him, but that would not be ideal. Or better yet, the A's put up an 8 spot, and then we go home happy, 11-1.
Oh, but then he doesn't get a chance to get his 20 strikeouts.
Well, he's already on the book. I mean, it would bump Reklitis off.
Yeah.
Because Reklitis is the bottom guy on the totem pole, so you put Coons in.
First pitch is in for a strike. Ross doing the right thing. Take a pitch. He hasn't thrown many strikes.
Infield playing very shallow. Bases are indeed loaded.
Bases loaded with Schnell at third and Palmquist at second and Walker with real good speed over at first. Grimm trying to come back from a real bad situation. Good eye by Ross Christ. Evens the count at 2-2.
It's the most frustrating thing as a pitcher. You're doing your part, you're struggling at first, and then you finally do your part, you get that ground ball, should be 2, and defense commits an error on you.
Bouncing ball past the infield. 1 run. They're going to send that man from second. Throw is wide. Pitcher not covering up. A 3rd run will score. Walker and Ross Chris goes to second. So the pitcher made 1 mistake, and then he compounds it by not doing his job and backing up the play.
We've seen that happen against the A's, or for the A's actually, before there was a pitching error where not there to back the ball up, and instead of 2 runs coming in, and it's now 3, and this one has certainly opened itself up in what could have been a no one on, 2 out situation. Bases loaded, all 3 of them score off the double from Ross Christ. And how about it? 6-1.
That's the hit we needed. I gave Ross a 2 RBI single.
Yep.
Goes to second on the throwing error and
Deal for them as they just tried to trot their way back in the 9th, and it's going to be a lot harder now.
Three 3-0 to Harry. We might see him swing at this 3-0,
Oh, yeah.
sure enough. Good. The play.
And with the shallow infield, he really had to make a quick last-second dive on the ball, and somehow he was able to corral it. Robbed Harry of a hit and another RBI as he reached 400 in the ball club here tonight.
Andreas up. He smacks one. The left field line. Frank gets it in quickly to hold Jacoby to a base hit. We did some figuring during a break in the action. Jacoby came into that at bat hitting .310 with his 3 for 4. Now he's 4 for 5 in the ball game. What a night for Jacoby. And he's got 2 RBIs. 4-run inning so far for Sheboygan.
Hey, I said why not score 8, right? They're halfway there.
Yeah, they are halfway there. What a bummer for Green Bay. They hung in there really nicely through 7 innings, only to commit a couple of errors and have a pitcher that has been all over the place. There's a drive to deep right field, way back
Gone.
there. And gone. Jimmy Jurgensen pulled one down to right field and sailed it out of here.
Jimmy Jurgensen add another one to his list on the year as he's got 6 to tie Harry Steld. He's caught up to him. Harry won't be too happy about that. He needs a few more now.
Jimmy really golfed that pitch.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that one again. Put that one on the internet.
Hunter Stager is the pinch hitter, number 18.
Hunter Stager's going to pinch hit for Blake Coons.
We're going to have a new pitcher.
We wouldn't have to.
No, Green Bay is right now, 42.
Okay.
That's Liam Jones.
Liam Jones going to pitch.
Yeah, but no, we were talking about it before the game. It's the Shohei Ohtani role, basically, with Blake Coons in that DH spot because he came in because he's hitting in the lineup as a DH and not the pitcher. He doesn't have to come out of the ball game.
Okay, that makes sense.
Gets a little confusing, but it makes sense. Because if you're in the ball game as a pitcher and then you get pulled from a pitcher, you lose your position. However, since Coons is the designated hitter, he doesn't lose his position in the outfield. You can switch the DH as freely as you'd like.
Alrighty, I've got some numbers for Isaiah Grimm. They're not very good. He goes 1/3 of an inning, gives up 3 hits, 6 runs. 5 of those are earned. He walks 2, had no strikeouts, and allowed the home run. Well, tough night for Isaiah. And who'd you say was in the ball game now?
Liam Jones, good
Liam
old 42,
Jones.
who we saw warming up about 2 innings ago.
Yeah.
And they opted for Isaiah Grimm instead of him, but now it's 42, Liam Jones. The lefty.
And he'll be facing Hunter Stager.
Oh, he's not a lefty. What am I talking about?
We haven't seen Hunter in a while. He's appearing in his 16th ball game. Played a lot of catcher when he's gotten in, and played a little bit of first base.
Yeah, I didn't see Caleb Lorbecki here tonight either. Another catcher for the squad.
And we haven't seen Sage Stelmacher in weeks.
That is true. That is a good point.
Well, hope everything's okay with that young man.
What was he? About a week or 2 ago he was here.
Okay. Well, you should have had him stop up and say hi.
Do the players have to check in up here before they can go down and take their BP?
Just let us know they're still on the team.
Yeah. Yeah, Marty's not even here by the time half of them are here.
Yeah, I thought I've been making it in pretty good time this year. I mean, I get all of, Jordan fills out the lineup sheet, and then I do a little extra stuff on it. But, I'm always waiting here 15, 20 minutes for the game.
CJ said you got it so good.
And it's still not good enough.
He went. Wow.
Oh.
Holy cow.
They appealed on to the first base umpire, and he says no swing.
All right.
I have to talk to Hunter after the game and see if he thought he didn't swing.
Absolutely. Did you see the look on his face?
3-1 is the count. Liam Jones.
Swung at ball 4. I think that was a bit high.
I think so too.
Two runs will put it away for the A's if they can get them. That'll be that 10-run rule in effect. I also do think now with this game getting out of hand that you likely don't keep Blake Coons in the ball game.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they do. Cooper Gussie is coming up to bat. There's still only one out, and 6 runs are in the inning.
Justin Schnell just confidently took his catching gear off on the legs, so he better hope that there's no double play ball.
Sheboygan will be right back home tomorrow night when they host the Appleton Legends in a NEW game.
Appleton just 5-7 in the NEW league
now,
this year.
I know we talked about this earlier. Is that going to be the second last game of the season for the Northeastern Wisconsin? Because don't they play?
Technically, yeah, because in the Invitational they're playing Menasha, which is counting
as a tournament and a league game.
Yeah, so it's the last home NEW league game. But technically there is one more, as it's counting double duty.
But no matter what happens, we are the champs.
We are the champs, my friend. Not in the state league, though. Lombard 21-3. That's a little hard to beat.
This will be an important win in state league action in regards to climbing to that 500 mark, and then hopefully against Addison, we can take 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 4. And
yeah, you don't want to go 500 with Addison because then they'd be right even with us. You want to take at least one more game ahead of them because that's the last bit of state league action for the A's.
Justin Schnell is going to be the 10th batter this inning.
Green Bay has lost 6 state league games in a row. They just had a very tough stretch against Lombard.
Yeah, I saw that 4 in a row they lost.
Yeah, well, I mean, the A's were lucky to get 1 against Lombard, so.
I think it was in a Sunday doubleheader. Green Bay lost the first game 2-0. It must have been a really outstanding game, and then the second game they just got blown out by, I think it was a 10-run rule even.
Yeah, they lost 13-3 in 6. They lost 12-2 in 6. Then they lost 2-0. Then they lost 18-4.
That was it.
But that 18-4 game went all 7 innings because Lombard didn't put up those runs until the 7th.
Oh, and you're an umpire, you just hate that.
If you're
too.
On either team.
Who does like it? Line drive is hit foul.
Yeah, I looked at it because I figured this was a 5-inning game, and then no, I looked in the 7th, and they scored like 10 or something. Yeah, because that was the 3:30 game on the Sunday, so it's
you know
just
what,
making
though?
it
It
even
serves
longer.
them right. Justin Schnell sitting with a 1-2 count. Justin walked and scored earlier this inning.
Green Bay has a minus 67 run differential in the state league. That's not too great.
This will help get our numbers up a little bit. I see we're in a -2, I think, but not that far.
Yeah, it's like -10. We've only scored 116 runs in the state league, which is kind of crazy. Yeah.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Justin Schnell. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Sheboygan has put 6 runs on the board. They've made that 3-0 lead all the way up to 3-1 lead up to 9-1 lead now.
Kenosha with a minus 174 run differential.
Line drive over to Hansen. Nice easy pick and throw. Gets the second out. Blake Coons sitting a long time in that dugout.
I don't think he's coming out.
Jordan doesn't think he's coming out. We'll have to see about that. I wouldn't.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Light on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Are you serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Joey Pettit in the ball game to pitch the 9th inning for Sheboygan. Coons finished with 8 innings pitched, allowed only 3 hits, gave up 1 run. It was earned. Walked 2 and struck out 17 blue ribbon hitters in the course of the game. And I think, Jordan, you said he ranks 6th now on the
7th, I believe.
7th on the all-time strikeout in a game list or so, somewhere in there.
Yep, tied for 7th with Michael Casper, who did it May 24th, 2000 against Plymouth, and Brad Reinflesch, who did it in June 25th, 2019 against De Pere. Tied for 7th all-time with 17 strikeouts.
Joey Pettit making his 6th appearance of the year. He's pitched 19 and a third innings. Does have 21 strikeouts and a 4.65 ERA. Looking to finish it out. Trent Van Ness.
There's some individual categories on here I wouldn't want to be a part of. Runs allowed, most hits allowed, hit baseman, base on balls, walking 16 guys in a game. Holy cow.
Oops.
I don't think I would walk that many. I'd get pulled before.
Its first pitch is a ball.
That's a good record to be a part of. Most hit by pitches.
There's a hard hit ball to Harry. Backhand. Straightens and throws to get the runner at first. Nice play by Harry.
Was in full effect on that one.
And a broken bat.
Oh, yeah.
Eli Frank is up next. Eli is 0 for 2 in the ball game. He's got a walk and a strikeout.
Well, what? There's only 3 players who aren't 0 for. Only 3 hits given up in the ball game so far.
You're right.
And it might not even be 3. I think doesn't one guy have 2 hits?
Bornick had a single in the 6th. Perry had a single in the 1st.
All right.
And Hobetler had a single in the 7th. Those are their 3 hits.
Good for them.
So 3 different fellas. One and one is the count to Eli Frank. Sheboygan has broken this game open with a 6-run 8 inning. They're going to even their Wisconsin State League record at 13-13. We never got an attendance mark for tonight, but there was an awfully big crowd.
Yeah, definitely was a good one tonight and had a big group up there, from what I heard.
Edward Jones out in the pavilion, and you said the Morgan family up on the party deck?
I believe that's what I was told, yes.
Okay. Couple of nice big groups help to add to the attendance mark.
Add to that 50-50 that was just shy of $300 as there's a base hit.
Ball does bounce fair, boy. I thought it was going to carry foul,
so
but
did
it didn't.
Andreas was running around it to see if it would, but it did not. Now you just get a nice double play to end it. No big deal.
Eli Frank with his first hit. That brings up Ethan Hobetler. I was going to say we got Appleton Legends tomorrow. It's going to be Christmas in July night.
And Strikeout Hunger Night. Bring a jar of peanut butter. You get in for free. And $1 hot dog night. And $1 soda night. So it's a busy night at the ballpark.
Oh, my goodness. What are we doing up here in the press box? We're going to have to get down there.
We're eating all the popcorn. Or not the popcorn. We're eating all the peanut butter they bring in for free.
Pitch is just off the outside corner. Evens the count at 1-1. So Nia ran down there to get a picture of Blake Coons, and he didn't come out to pitch the ninth. Apparently, Tim Moyer didn't get the memo.
You know, it's easy to confuse. Joey Pettit's number 25. That's half of 50, so.
Yeah. and Joey's about half as big as Blake, too.
Can see how it'd get mixed up. I think Blake Coons would be very offended if you called him Joey Pettit.
It'd be even worse if you called him Joey Petite. Pitch is inside, makes the count 3-1. We do have one out. Harry made a real nice backhanded stab at third and threw across to get Trent Van Ness. Big night tonight for Sheboygan. Harry getting his 400th RBI. Blake Coons getting 17 strikeouts to put him on the strikeout list per game for a game.
Once
and a big crowd here to see all that, too.
Absolutely, that's the good part. But once that run was about 4 or 5 runs, I figured it's a safe bet now. You pull Blake Coons. No need to keep him in at all.
Well, the other part is, with the long half inning, he's done a lot of sitting.
Way too much sitting. If Joey Pettit ends up giving a run or two, oh well. Still, unless he doesn't, as long as he doesn't give up 8, then we're all right. Did we go over his line at all coming into this?
I mentioned that he had 21 strikeouts and 19 in the third innings, I believe. His ERA was a little bit high, 4.65, I think it was.
All right.
But didn't see, he hasn't pitched as much this year as he did last year.
Not at all.
Last year he threw 41 innings and had a 2.20 ERA, and he was 5-2 on the year.
Hey, he's not even to 20 innings yet.
No.
Infield.
Pop up in foul territory. Schnell throws the mask away and makes the catch. Good play by Justin.
Very, very tough play, and at the very last second, he was able to get the glove on it down to the final out.
He's going to bring up Tucker Cole, the Green Bay catcher. He's had a nice night behind the plate. Struggled a little bit at the bat. It's nice to have this book up here, isn't it?
It's a very nice book. Came in handy. Came in handy for trivia. Came in handy for Harry Stelt RBIs. Came in handy for Blake Coons strikeouts.
Harry's games played.
Harry's games played, yes. Should do it.
Jimmy makes the grab, and now that finishes out the ball game. Sheboygan a winner, 9-1. The winning pitcher tonight is Blake Coons with his fine outing, going 8 innings, striking out 17. The losing pitcher was Sam Ott. Ott actually pitched a pretty nice ball game, just ran into a better counterpart in Blake. Our next game, like we mentioned, is going to be tomorrow night, when the A's host the Appleton Legends in a NEW game. That'll be a 7:30 start. Big night tomorrow with Strikeout Hunger and Christmas in July and the $1 hot dogs and sodas. So we look forward to seeing you at the ballpark. For my partner, Jordan Lorenz, I'm Mike Martin saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.